Hello everybody and welcome to, is this going to be on Tabletop Terrors?
I think so.
Let's start over. Hello everybody and welcome to Tabletop Terrors. We are not Tim and James.
As much as we'd like to be.
Which is a great deal
I
of
spend
amount.
most of my time wishing I was a carny.
I would say 9 minutes out of 10.5 per day, I'm like, man, I wish I could have Tim's biceps.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah, just
his face.
Anything. Any piece.
Physically, his face. I want to wear it.
James's ears.
James's ears.
Yeah.
Mount him on a mantelpiece.
Yeah.
This got weird fast.
It got really weird.
Sometimes when you improvise, it goes south. Hey, hardcore.
That's channel invasion for you.
Yes, but today we are doing a channel invasion here on Tabletop Terrors. My name is Barker. This is Matt.
I'm Matt from Fistful of Dice.
Fistful of Dice. And we are going to do a Splatbook Roulette of Adventures in Middle-earth. I flipped it. The Player's Guide. Okay, so what we need to do now is flip through this book.
Yeah.
I flip it. You want to drop your finger in and pick a thing?
I'll drop my finger and pick a thing.
And then we're going to just talk about this and try to keep it under 5 minutes.
Under 5 minutes, yeah.
Do you have a clock?
My phone is up here.
Okay,
we're talking into it, so you need your phone.
So I need my phone. Do you see how I'm so prepared right now? Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna make 5 minutes start when
I put my finger on the page. So you flip to a page. I put my finger down. I'm gonna do it without looking.
Okay.
I'm gonna close my eyes.
I've never read this book.
We should say what this book is.
We did.
We did?
I did. I held it up and everything. I said Adventures in Middle-earth Players.
I wasn't here for that.
No, you weren't.
I mean, I was here, but let's be honest, I was not here.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, let's go.
Stop it! I pointed at a picture, but we're
you pointed at a picture, so we have to talk about that.
Okay, all right. We're on the Warriors section, page 91 of the Adventures in Middle-earth Player's Guide, and the Warrior is one of the classes. And I pointed at a picture here on page 91.
Yes.
And the picture is someone pulling a boat across a swamp. It looks like someone trudging through the mud, yanking this boat through the mud.
Oh, so
there's people in the boat.
Can we please talk about making difficult terrain better?
Let's do it.
In non-mechanical ways.
Absolutely.
That's what I would love to do.
Okay, kick us off here.
Okay, so I'm going to kick it off and say, the reason I love this is, when I see this, I see a wonderful non-combat encounter in your game. Yeah. Where it's like, listen, we need to get out of this bog or this marsh, maybe the dead marshes if you're playing actually in Middle-earth.
Yeah.
We need to get through this. Or we are going to lose our lives, lose our supplies, lose our boat. And so a couple of the strong characters are going to need to pull us through.
Yeah.
How do you do something like that in a non-combat encounter without just saying, okay, give me an athletics check.
Yeah, right.
Okay, you succeed, you finish the swamp.
One of the things that this game does really well, Adventures in Middle-earth, is that it has this thing called the Journey, which is essentially a non-combat encounter where you go from point A to point B and you run into different challenges.
Oh, cool.
And they do a really good job of saying, basically everyone signs up for a job before they set out. So I'm going to be the lookout, I'm going to be the hunter, I'm going to be the pathfinder, whatever. So I think in this instance you have some sort of skill challenge that you could do a lot of different things with. So you say you don't just want to do an athletics roll, because that turns something that is very hard, very difficult, very arduous into one single die roll.
Into something easy physically for you.
Yeah, because you're like, roll an 18. Okay, you get through the swamp. What if even if you succeed, it comes at a cost? What if you're taking levels of exhaustion? What if the DM is describing how the mud is filling your boots and the water is filling your boots and how cold it is and how you feel it? You can feel the skin of your feet, wrinkling up with all this water in your boots and the mist. Maybe it starts to rain.
The insects are eating you alive. Yeah, everything. You see the bottom of the boat. And what you're describing is adding levels of description both before and after the roll, the die roll, to make it more immersive and fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think that you could do a skill challenge with it, which means you're not just doing a single roll. You're trying to achieve a number of successes in order to get somewhere. So you're saying it's an athletics check to pull the boat. It's a constitution check to not succumb to the cold and the wet.
Yes.
It's another athletics check to continue pulling the boat. It's a perception check to make sure you spot the rock so you don't drag it across the rock, And as a DM, you can prepare those beforehand. Maybe you create some sort of little roll table, or you just have a series of challenges that these people are going to have to...
I like that a lot.
Here's another idea.
Okay.
I'm gonna say something really quick, and I'm gonna toss it to you.
No, he's not.
I'm gonna.
He's timming it. He's timming this one. I'm James.
Have a combat while this is happening.
Yeah.
Have the people in the boat firing off arrows and
Kill
getting in
it,
a fight
yes.
while the guys are pulling the boat through the bog.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome. If you surround any individual die roll with combat, or add any individual skill check into a combat, just immediately better and more realistic, more cinematic.
Yeah.
Maybe not realistic, but definitely more cinematic.
Exactly. And if I was going to do a combat with this, I wouldn't make it a big, really difficult combat with lots of creatures. I would say there's some goblins on the banks firing arrows at you. You know, it's just one more sort of thing that they have to
think about that. Think about, if we're talking about Lord of the Rings, think about the Mines of Moria. You have the staircase. They're about to jump onto the, they're trying to find their way to
like,
jump.
Oh my god, this couldn't get any worse.
Goblin archers.
Goblins. Oh my god.
Worse.
There was really very little chance of them getting killed by those goblins that were firing arrows across. There's just one more thing for them to
Well, there's very little chance because they're just goblins.
They're just goblins.
There was no,
what do they roll? Like +2 on a short bow? Come on.
So we have under 1 minute, so I'm going to shoot this idea out there.
Do it.
Okay. This is actually, just doing the die roll is actually really good for a choose-your-own-adventure style, sandboxy type of game that you are just improvising, running from the heart.
Absolutely.
Because let's say they're trying to get through the dead marshes or through this bog, and they're trying to get to, I don't know, we'll say Lake Town, if we're sticking with Middle Earth.
Sure.
Okay, roll me an athletics check to see how you do. Let's say someone succeeds. Okay, all right, the journey to Lake Town is long and arduous, but you get there.
Yeah.
If they fail, you can say, okay, now we're role-playing you stuck in the middle of this boggy forest trying to survive. The whole game has changed because of that one roll.
Because of the single roll. Yeah.
Sandbox, man.
Absolutely. Completely diverts the campaign. Takes it in a different direction.
And I love that.
All from a dude pulling a boat in a swamp.
And we have 5 seconds to spare.
To
That's
go.
how you do it, Carnies.
What are you going to do with those extra 5 seconds, Tim and James?
Dunzo Marunzo.
We just won at Splatbook Roulette. And we're not going to talk about this anymore.
That was great.
You want to turn your phone off?
Yeah, I'm going to go through my phone.